Hey, what's going on, guys? On my way home from work today, and I thought I'd make a quick video to pass the time. I have an hour commute from my job to my home, and sometimes it gets boring. So, thought I'd make a video. Seemed like something to do. But what I want to talk about is what may happen at Disney World. Now, Disney World and Disneyland. Some of you have a lot more knowledge and inside stuff, know more things than I do. But what I want to talk about is specifically now, what is Disney Hollywood Studios and what that's going to become. So, here goes. Disney Hollywood Studios has had a major transformation since its inception. With MGM Studios and Disney kind of taking over all of that. There's iconic things there, the Tower of Terror, and lots of other interesting rides. But Disney is taking those things and transforming that park into something completely different, okay? And it has to do with all of the new acquisitions that Disney has made. And this is what I foresee. All right, Disney has acquired one of not if not the biggest film name in cinema history with Star Wars. I mean, there is such a lore with Star Wars and staying power, obviously, because they came out late 70s and it's lasted into, this is 2016, and they're continuing to make movies under the Star Wars moniker. And so there's a lot of staying power with that particular name. So that is going to be incorporated into what the Disney Hollywood Studios or the Disney Studios park will become. It'll be Star Wars. There's the big three. I call them the big three. Star Wars, and they're all studios. That's why I think it'll be the Disney Studios park. But Star Wars, if I hadn't said that enough, I like Star Wars. One of my other favorites, Marvel. Many of you know that ABC and Disney own all of the Marvel Studios. I don't really know how the conglomerate works, but that's all in together. And so the Marvel, all of the Marvel Studios things, the MCU, and all of the greatness that is all of those movies, I like those too, are going to be coming to that park. Unfortunately for Universal Studios, who still have the characters there just down the road, they've got the Hulk roller coaster, and then there's Iron Man and some more of the Marvel characters. Disney is going to acquire those eventually. Maybe not the next week or so, but it's going to happen. So all of the Marvel things are going to come to this Disney Studios park. And again, I will just say again that this is all my opinion of what's going to happen, what I foresee in the future. Absolutely no fact to any of this, except for some of the things that they've already removed from Disney Hollywood Studios. They started with the Sorcerer's Cap, the water tower with the Mickey ears, that's gone. Several other things that they've already made adjustments to. The Great Movie Ride, gone. And so things like that they're making changes to this park that is making way for the new types of things that are going to go in there. Obviously things with huge staying power. Star Wars, tried and true, proven. Marvel has a very well-developed story and universe that everything kind of falls within, and great movies. The third is maybe a no-brainer for most people, but Pixar. Pixar is a branch of Disney, what's kind of evolved from the Disney Animation Studios to what is now Pixar. The last thing that Disney tried to do is kind of a hybrid between still that look of hand animation and computer animation was The Princess and the Frog, and to be honest with you, it was not as successful as some of their other movies. Pixar has done great movies. They're coming out with Finding Dory. It's going to be awesome. And so they're doing a lot of things. Pixar has become the Disney animation department for the most part. And so Pixar Land, with all of the Pixar movies, and if you're into the Pixar theory, maybe some of those things, in this Pixar park, or Pixar section of the park. And so just like in the Magic Kingdom, you've got different sections that have different themes. In Epcot, you've got different sections that have different countries. With this Disney Studios park, you'll have different sections that are centered around different movie studios, if you will. With Lucasfilm and Star Wars, the Marvel Studios and the MCU, and then Pixar and the Disney Animations being the third wheel of the park. And so it's just an interesting hypothesis, interesting theory for this Disney Studios, or what will become the Disney Studios. And there are some things to confirm some of these. One of the biggest things that I saw the other day, I read it on some Disney blog or vlog or something, was that the Tower of Terror, the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, is being changed into something revolving around the Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, if you're familiar with Marvel, as I am, and love the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, some people don't like it. Whatever, Star-Lord's my favorite. Chris Pratt, you don't get any better. Anyway, that is going to be centric to part of this Marvel area of the park. And so, with that news kind of coming out that they're going to be doing away with the Twilight Zone theme, and they're going to be making a Marvel themed, which there's a lot of people that are upset about the Twilight Zone going away, and it's this classic Disney thing that that people go to the park for. Whatever. If you want something scary, go to the Haunted Mansion. But Twilight Zone, for me, the people that come to the park now, when you say Twilight Zone, they're like, "Ooh, Twilight's that movie with the vampire and werewolves." And no, it's classic television, but nobody knows that. Nobody remembers, or at least nobody younger than 25 remembers the Twilight Zone. And who is Disney's prime audience? Young teens and children. And so who is cooler than Captain America, Iron Man, Star-Lord, some cooler things with the MCU going to come out later, Doctor Strange, Black Panther's awesome. And so you've got all these cool characters coming out. Where are you going to put them? You're going to put them in a big tower and tell the story around that. And so it's Disney incorporating some of the things that they already have, some of the resources they already have, and repurposing them in a very, very smart way into this new kind of park theme. They already do a Star Wars experience there. All of that is going to be incorporated into Star Wars Land. They already have a lot of Toy Story games and rides and Toy Story things, not necessarily the whole Pixar world, but they already have a lot of those things that will really fit in well into the Pixar Land. They already have the Star Wars that'll fit into the Star Wars section, and with this news about what's happening with the Tower of Terror and Marvel is kind of taking over that, that's kind of the three sections of the Disney Studios park that they've got. And so I am super excited about the new Disney Studios park, what it's going to be, what all is going to be happening. My wife and I and our kids kids. We're looking really forward to eventually going to that. That when I go, now my wife, she loves the Magic Kingdom Cinderella. That's her thing. The girls, they do too. With me, this Disney Studios park with Marvel, Star Wars, and Pixar, that's winner. You know, right there, it's going to have everything in one park. I won't want to go to any other park. I mean, I'll still go right. It's a small world, but you know, that for me is going to be awesome. And so Disney just adding to the staying power that they started with a mouse, and it's escalated so much from there. I don't know what's going to happen out in California. I'm sure they'll change some things around. I'm not anywhere close to there, so if I ever get to go to Disneyland, which I doubt I will, maybe once in my life, I'll be interested to see what happens out there, but that really doesn't have any bearing for me. But in Florida, what happens in Orlando, I'm interested in. So that's my theory on what Disney is doing with their Disney Studios. That's what I'm calling it. Disney Studios Park, as opposed to Disney Hollywood Studios. Just drop the Hollywood, just do Disney Studios Park. It's going to be awesome. But anyway, that's my theory. Hey guys, if you like my video, like it, give me a thumbs up. It'd be awesome. Or comment, what are your thoughts on what Disney's doing? I'd love to know. But this has been my drive time video. Getting not really any closer to home, but I still got a ways to go. Anyway, that's been my video. If you like it, give me a thumbs up, comment, subscribe. That'd be awesome. Anyway, appreciate it, guys. Later.